I can't believe you're so excited when what I do is really beat you up. And I always get back to what people need. What is it that makes one person successful and another person not successful? What are the qualities that you need to develop? And not just as a form of memory where you're parroting the right phrases, but as something that is really etched in the fiber of your personality and it becomes the essence of who you are. That's where power lives. It does not live with pretense. It does not live with people trying to manipulate people without first being concerned about that person that you're speaking to. And I found over the years that that takes some learning. It takes some awareness to have the sensitivities that we need in our relationships with each other. This is a relationship business. If you are going to be a leader in this business, you are going to have to adopt in your heart and soul a servant's mentality. And many of us are not good at that because we don't see any immediate reward for that. But I can guarantee you that in life, what you put out and the nature of what you put out comes back to you in like kind. It may not just come at the moment that you expect it, but in my experience, I can guarantee you it comes back. So in that regard, given that that is true, what kind of person do you want to be first? Because what you have in your life right now is the consequence of the decisions that you have made, from the thoughts in your mind to the emotions you expressed to the habits you developed to the circumstance you have, which is called the life I have now. You see, we are not mystified anymore. You know, I'm standing here. How many people do you see here? You see one. That's an illusion. What you don't see is all the teachers, all the influences, all the people who gave to me so I could give to you. And all you see is me. I'm just a translator. I'm not the issue. So take this information to heart, because it does have the power to change your life. At this stage of my life, I don't guess anymore about this. I know it works. Are you ready for it? All right. Illusions. Well, now that you know I'm not standing here alone, how about you knowing that you're right now traveling at 66,600 miles an hour? Do you feel it? No, you don't feel it. Is it happening? That's the same thing in principles in life. They're happening, they're running the game, and you and I better figure them out. Is that making sense to you? Now, you can have it your way, or you can have it the right way. Most of us don't have it the right way. So I'm going to give you some ideas that might help us move together. Because, see, in personal development, it's never a finished product. You're never finished. Isn't that exciting? You can spend your whole life chasing to become more and more and better if that's what you want. Or you can become one of those people that gets up in the morning and says, what am I getting up for? I'm in the game of survival and I don't even know it. I'm marching to the beat of 90% of the people, 100 miles an hour toward mediocrity and average. Because everyone else left and right of me is basically doing that. What should that teach you? It should teach you this. When you wake up, you might be lonely for a while. You might not have too many people understand what you're about, what you're trying to do with your life. You will have people try to sabotage. Some people even who love you don't want to see the reflection of your new self, your new growth, as a comparison to where they stuck. You need to have the courage to be unpopular at times. Take it on the chin from time to time. But don't ever, ever let someone steal your dream once you establish it. The biggest enemy you and I have had since we were little, and we better shake it if we're going to make it. The eyes, the words, and opinions of others about us. They have locked us down. In this room here, I can say to you ladies, there's at least 10, 15, 20 of you that were superstar vocalists. You had the voice of an angel. Somebody put you down. It might have been your mother. It might have been your older sister. Somebody said, "What are you doing? Singing." And you crawled into your little cocoon of fear, and you stayed there ever since. And you know what's worse about it? It starts attaching itself to other things that you're going to be afraid of. Men, I want to talk to you. You're not getting off the hook. In this room, there are at least 50 to 100 professional athletes that never made it. And you know who you are. And you know why you didn't make it. You were not dedicated. You weren't willing to pay the price that the man or girl who made it paid. You didn't take care of yourself. The party was more important than your career. And now you sit on the bar stools of life and tell the world what you could have been. And your youth, where you had that strength and vitality, was at your disposal, but your friends who weren't up to what you could have been up to took you in the wrong direction. I know how many of you were here. And as you sit here, you know it too. And if you were to give advice to somebody, would it be do what I did so you can cry like I cry? Or would you say, son, wake up? You see, every one of us are influenced by the people we listen to and the people we hang around with. They will either take you on the road where you want to go, or they will pull you off track and take you where you don't want to go. And they're good at it. They'll make that other side look so good that you go, oh man, this is hard work going to the gym again today. I'd rather go to the party. It's about choices, isn't it? But is there a consequence to every choice? Is not justice insidious? I don't feel it today. It didn't seem like much. Go 6 months from now and see what you left behind. It's always going to be there. Now here's another problem we have. I say that people wake up out of bed one of two ways. Either you are inspired when you get out of that bed, or you are not. And you need to pick one. And I'm going to tell you, for every one that's inspired, there's 20 or 30 who are not. They get out of bed, they yawn. Oh man, it's morning time already. Go do that daddle-do shower, spray yourself all over, fix your hair, and then go on the routine for some place you're not really too happy to go. Yes or no? And we will do that day after day, year after year. And you get an opportunity, and you don't put the key in the door. See, at this stage of my life, I believe so much more than people believe in themselves. I know what's inside of you that's undeveloped. And someone's got to bring it to your attention. You don't want to go through the rest of your life thinking you have no more options, that you can't have a restart, that you can't recharge your battery. That would be terrible. Because I've seen miracles in my work, absolute miracles. They defy all the logic that anybody could put together. A life can change in a moment of insight and never turn back. If I didn't witness it so much, I couldn't teach it so powerfully. It's up to you. You sitting in those chairs. Quit looking left or right. Quit blaming up or down. Decide that it's you, it's your life, and you deserve, and you're going to get what you're after, and do it with integrity and honesty. So what kind of desire do I need to magnetize my will? Lukewarm will not work. I'll give it a try. Failure. You hearing me? Don't you leave here with the voice, I'm going to give it a try. And I'll tell you why. We've all failed at things in our past, yes or no? So when you say to something new, I'm going to give it a try, let me tell you what's going on in your head. You have a ceiling of your last failure, and you ain't going no further than that point. You're not letting yourself free. Because once you hit that wall that you hit before that made you quit, unless you decide to go right straight through it, you'll hit it, those same emotions will be moving up, and they'll take you over, and out you go. And you know what they're going to be about? Mismanaged emotions. I don't care what you say. I have my mission. My mission's for my family. My mission's for myself. I want to grow as a person. You need to be in an environment to grow, don't you? And I don't care how far your mind seems to think it's away. See, I know one thing. That if you do one thing, you have got one heck of a chance of making it. And it sounds kind of stupid because it is a weak word in our understanding, and yet it's the most powerful word in getting something done. You surrender to your purpose or your goal. Just surrender to it. I don't care what's between me and there. Bring it on. Now watch. Here comes rejection. Oh, I hated this before. But now this is funny. Man, this is, and here's what you say inside. Whoop! One more step closer. Put a big grin on your face. They're actually helping you, and you're running from it. See, I'm going to give you a really cool insight here. I hope you can grasp it. When life moves on and you have wisdom, when you look back, you're going to understand something if you're searching. That every difficulty you've had, every challenge you had, if you didn't give up your goal, was nothing more than a deposit on your eventual victory. Now, I can hold it that way, or I can get washed out. Which one are you going to do? Commitment, doing the thing you said you would do long after the mood you said it in. Faith without works is nothing. Faith without works is nothing. Faith is something that you spiritually believe as an eventuality, in full belief it will happen. It's not confirmed in the presence except in the non-matter of your spirit and mind. But you own it here or you never get it. So you conceptualize what it is you want. And you build that dream. And you're willing to say faith has to be attached to action. And action and persistence over time will make my faith manifest where I don't need faith anymore because I possess that which I had faith in. Enthusiasm. Quit being cool. You got it? Quit the pretense. Why? You discover yourself when you're enthusiastic. It's ardent, it's imaginative, it's powerful, it's magnetic. It'll take people wanting to be around you because you bring to life a certain joy in your presence. And people will want to be around you because maybe they need that little boost that you can give with a hand on the shoulder, a handshake, a hug. Do you understand the power we have? Nelson Mandela said it best. He said, we're not really afraid of the darkness. We're afraid of the light we really have. So we're going to be enthusiastic. Persistence wears down anything. But persist on the foundation of surrender. You hearing it? Persistence will take a person of average ability and mold them into a superstar. It's done it over and over and over again. Persistence will deny failure to that person who won't let go. It will deny it. It'll never be a permanent condition of your life if you don't quit. The world is full of quitters, and most quitters come from not being able to manage disappointment, frustration, and discouragement. There's where they live. And I hope my comments have helped you realize the folly of letting that stop you anymore. Just a couple of more things and I got to go. Okay? The one thing I always like to talk about is the word called love, L-O-V-E. And I'm going to tell you something. You study history, you study the experience of human beings on the planet, and look at our world, and I can tell you something. I see that love can never be run out. You can't fill the cup. The cup can only run over. You can have as much of it in your life as you're open to. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Let me tell you what else it is. It's the healing balm of everything that's wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? And what is love if not concern for each other? An authentic concern. You see, when you really know who you are me. When I know who you are, I am you. When are we going to get there? The accident of our life is our color. Our beliefs, they're accidents. We all get in the system somewhere. But where's the universal appreciation of the human spirit? The way to find love is simple. Become love. And it'll be everywhere you look. And then I'm going to leave you and I'm going to talk about something else that's important. That's time. T-I-M-E. Wow, what a mess we have with time. We really think that it's an unlimited resource. Huh? No, it isn't. And here's how most of us live in relationship to time. We spend a great deal of our present time thinking about the past. Past hurts, past frustrations, past hatreds that are still present. We think about past. That doesn't stop there. Then we start thinking of new themes. What if I did this? What if she did that? What if I did this? And here's your present spiritual and psychic energy. Oh, man, wearing me out. Oh, that's not the worst of it. If you're doing that, you're doing something else. You're standing anxiously on your tiptoes, terrified of the future, with great anticipation, not of all the great things that can happen to you. Analyze your thinking. It's usually all the horrors that could possibly come your way. Okay, now let's talk about the present moment. It's standing there idle, saying, what the heck are you doing? I'm here for you. And the time is saying to you, I want to teach you a lesson about me that you call time. See, the reason we have time is because we figured out when we put this universe together that we could have made everything happen simultaneously, and that would have really confused you. So we let it kind of unfold. But in your case, human, in your case, you are in a very constrained linear time called life, earth, time. Yes. So when is the time to forgive people, to love people, to make your wrongs right, to get your mind right? When is the time? Now. You know why? Do you know why? If you're here tomorrow, all you have is one more now to make it happen. So start tightening up on your time. The moving finger writes and heaven written moves on. Not all our piety nor wit shall bring it back to cancel half a line. Not all our tears wash out a word of it. In ourselves, not in the clamor of the crowded streets, nor in the shouts and plaudits of the throng, but in ourselves lies victory or defeat. And so, like me, when you shall pass among our guests, stars scattered in this mass, and in your joyous journey, reach the place where I have reached. Turn down an empty glass. Go for it. Love you.